Hello friends and welcome to a special unboxing video. In fact, this will be a mega unboxing because this little box contains lots of fountain pens and leather etuis and original cardboard boxes of vintage fountain pens. First of all, guys, I'm sorry, but I'm filming this in a rainy day, so maybe you will hear some raindrops falling on the window, but I hope that it won't distract you a lot. Okay guys, so the contents of this box, it is valued at 3,550 lays or 723 euros or 851 American dollars. So guys, this is my latest acquisition, but not only my latest acquisition, but the most expensive acquisition that I made since I started collecting fountain pens in 2017. So guys, I am quite proud to show you the content of this little box, and this will be material for my channel for 1 month or 2 months. So I hope that you will like those interesting vintage fountain pens, and you will see that I have a long selection of fountain pens. I'm quite excited, but I must maintain my calm and use my trusted little knife Pelican. Interesting, I've found out recently, a viewer sent me a comment and he said that Solingen is not a producer but a region in Germany that is known for producing high quality blades for your knife. You saw my scissors, so this is my knife Pelican made in the Solingen region. So this is the box, and I will just cut it here and here, and now I will simply cut it right, let me see, right here. I don't want to. Okay guys, and the content will be amazing. Yes, just like I thought. So I will start with them and I will tell you a little bit about them. So I have here a great velvet in this burgundy red. Let me see. Yes, this is a original box from Reform. It contained the set. You heard about the German Reform fountain pen, and in fact I have several models that are reviewed on my channel. So I will leave this box aside. Now I have quite a bunch of this Geha, okay, from Hanover. These are cardboard boxes, and this is for the model 711P with an F nib. Okay, I will leave this aside. I have another Geha, and this one, it seems that it contains also the original leaflet inside, but no fountain pen. So this is for a 722 model with a double broad nib. Interesting if I had also the fountain pen. I have another box for a 722 again, but with I'm not so sure, with an F nib. Yes, I will put this aside. Another Geha box, and this is for a model 722. Unfortunately, it lacks the sticker that showed us the size of the nib. And I have another Geha 711P original, and interesting, we have the original price in Deutsche Mark, 12.50. So I'll put this aside. And now guys, I have also a metallic box from Pelican. Yes, this is, I believe, from the 1960s, And let me see. It doesn't say the number of the model, but it says the size of the nib, oblique medium nib, and I will leave this aside here. Okay guys, and now there are lots of etuis from the 1960s and 1950s. So this is one of them. Also, I will leave it aside. This is another one of them, containing 3 instruments. Unfortunately, no producer name. This is the third, and it's quite well ornated in this leather pattern. Quite nice, and again, no producer name. I have also this little etui. Whoa, and it has a nice little leather inside. Again, I have this one, and it opens like this. You push on it and it opens like this with a velvet interior. Okay, I have this one, and no, it's just a brand zip on this. Okay, I have another one, quite a nice looking one with a nice leather inside. Okay, I have another one. This is let me see how I can open it. Yes, this is from Senator, another German brand. It is also from a set. I have this one that it opens like this. Like this it opens, and it has place for 2 writing instruments. Again, no identification, no producer name. And here I have another one. This time a nice red interior with size for 3 writing instrument. I believe that this one is a fountain pen place, and the other one could be a mechanical pencil and a ballpoint pen. But again, no producer name. Here I have whoa, a nice looking vintage one. Let me show you to you guys. Whoa, nice. It is made out of cardboard. It isn't in perfect shape like you see on it. It has some imperfections, but definitely a Mont Blanc box. Judging for the way it looks, I believe it's from the 1950s. This is a tissue here, and no pen in the tissue. But here we have objetos regalo estilográficas encendedores Junquera Rambla de las Flores, Barcelona. So quite nice little box for a Mont Blanc fountain pen. Unfortunately, on the side of this box, it doesn't say the number model, and I will put also this aside. I'm trying to close it as gentle as I can. Okay, nice one. I have another quite large and elegant box, and this box is from the Waterman. Okay, it contains only 1 instrument. I wonder what kind of instrument it hold. And I think, yes, I have another one. This is an Aurora, but it contains, oh, not 1 but several writing instruments, and I know what it is. So this is an Aurora. Okay, let me leave it here. I will put also the box here, and let's bring in front of us all the etuis and boxes. Look guys, all of them. So all that you see right here, guys, all that you see right here, they all cost me 400 lei. which means I paid for all of them 81 euros or 96 American dollars. So all that you see right here. Okay, now we move on to this beautiful, beautiful fountain pen. It is made by Aurora and its name is Aurora Hay Steel. It is made in the wonderful technique of vermeil. So this means we have a solid silver fountain pen, 925 sterling fountain pen, but covered or gold plated with gold, and this technique is called the vermeil. The legend says that this model from Aurora was the inspiration for the famous Mont Blanc Noblesse series, and it also reminds me of DuPont fountain pen that I had, DuPont Classic fountain pen. This one comes in this box from Aurora, and I think it is its original box. But inside of this box I have another two instruments that don't belong, of course, to Aurora, but they are wonderful. So I will put this Aurora Hay Steel in this box and I will leave it right here. And now we move on to this small writing set, and you can see, let me give you a zoom. So on the clip we have Normatic, and we have a mechanical pencil and a fountain pen. This is a wonderful, wonderful fountain pen, and it is a button filler, as you can see, no scratches. So this, I believe, was made for Fend, and Normatic was a sub-brand of Fend. And I must tell you guys that I paid for this set 400 leis, so it means that I paid for this set 81 euros or 96 American dollars. Let's move on. I will leave those here. And yes, I have here a nice box from Flaro. And you know Flaro. Flaro is a Romanian producer that made fountain pens and writing instruments in Sibiu, Romania. And this contains, I think, two wonderful fountain pens. I will leave the box here. And the fountain pens, they are quite well wrapped. Let me show them to you. Yes, I have one. So here I have a wonderful, wonderful Flaro Pioneer, and this is a nice model. Let me show you the nib. So on the nib we have Flaro and RPR. RPR stands for the Public Republic of Romania. So this was a wonderful fountain pen during communist time in the 1970s and in the 1980s. You can see its interesting filling system. And guys, I paid for this model 200 leis, which means I paid 41 euros or 48 American dollars, because it isn't such a common fountain pen. Is rather rare even on the Romanian market. I will leave this here. Now I have the other model and I will show it to you. This model is rather interesting because it is made by another producer, MACO, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was another producer from Sibiu, Romania. I'm not so sure, but I promise that I will do my homework and you will know. And the name is Rândunica in Romanian, and I think that this is a bird, and I think the translation in English is sparrow. So the model Sparrow, and we have this wonderful ink window. It is equipped with a East German nib. When you see the bear on two legs, it means it came from East Germany. Quite a nice, generous feed, and I think it is ebonite. But it's so shiny that I don't think maybe it is made out of a shiny plastic. But definitely the nib is a steel nib, gold plated. You have to love this ink window. And if I'm not mistaken, yes, we have here a blind cap, and this is the filling mechanism. So quite a nice looking model. I paid for this model 250 leis, which means I paid 51 euros or 60 American dollars, and I think I did quite okay. And it's interesting, we have a personalization, and in Romania it is written Colectați metale vechi, collect old metals. So this was an incentive for recycling old materials. Let's leave this fountain pen here, and believe it or not, guys, we still have lots and lots of fountain pens, and they are wrapped in here, and that's it. The box is empty, as you can see. So I will leave the box down, and let me reveal some of the fountain pens, and I start with this. This is an unbelievable celluloid from Italy in the 1930s. Unfortunate, the trim, you can see it's affected, and if I open this fountain pen, you would see only the ebonite, and this is because the original nib was so corroded that it needed to be simply pulled out. Its original nib was a steel nib, and the name of the fountain pen is Palladiana, and it is Italian fountain pen. Well, I bought this fountain pen because it has a generous size, and I simply love this pattern. For this fact, I paid only 50 leis or 10 euros for this model, or approximately 12 American dollars. So I will leave this here. And moving on, I have other interesting fountain pens. They are well wrapped. Let me start with one of the great giants from the Romanian fountain pen industry, and this is an even rarer fountain pen than the Flaro Gigant in Sibiu. This time I have a large fountain pen, and in fact it is called the Gigant or the Giant, and it was produced by ACM in Romania. So this Giant has a screwed in cap. It has this semi-hooded nib, but this is a great nib. It is a steel gold-plated nib. This interesting design of the feed. It has this blind cap that hides the piston filling mechanism, and it opens like this to reveal the whole mechanism. Unfortunately, it needs a little bit of tuning work, but it is in pretty good shape. It has also some cracks, and I believe that they are present on this cap, and it has a little bit of flaw here at the end of the clip. So quite excited. Being such a rare fountain pen, I paid for it 400 leis or 81 euros or 96 American dollars. Let's put this here. And next, I have a wonderful fountain pen. It is the Anglo-American Italian fountain pen. Guys, this is my first retractable nib fountain pen. It is an eyedropper, and if I turn on this, yes, the nib emerges, and we have a steel nib with this nice looking. I thought it was a naval theme, but I think that they are the two serpents and the Cygne and Mercury. Maybe they are the two serpents that we see on the drugstores. This is a beautiful metallic fountain pen. Let me see, I think it needs to be inserted when I end this cap. It is a wonderful top ring fountain pen, and it is metallic. So I paid, guys, for this, I believe, 270 lays, or the equivalent of 65 I'm sorry, 55 euros or 65 American dollars. I will put this here. And now, guys, I have a Geha fountain pen. I'm not so sure about the model number of this fountain pen. It is in this classic torpedo shape, a German fountain pen with an ink window. Unfortunately, the nib is in steel, but it's quite nice. And we have this little feed, and on the feed we have OF, and this means we have an oblique fine nib. Quite a nice nib. Let me see. Yes, we have a piston filler, and I want to see if the cap is, yes, the piston is integrated, as you can see. So I paid for this Geha fountain pen around 100 lays, which means I paid 20 euros or 25 American dollars. Quite a nice fountain pen from the 1960s or the 1950s. Geha, Gebrüder Hartmann, Germany. I will leave also this aside. And now, guys, I have one of my favorite fountain pens from this lot. It is a Montblanc 244 from the early 1950s. It has this beautiful logo made out of casein, and you can see it has this wonderful patina. It has even a personalization. Whoa, guys, look at the way the sunlight reflects on this celluloid. Whoa, wonderful. So we have also the name Friedhelm Wechmann. I like when they came with the original owners, because it gives story to the pen. We have M, the size of the nib, and on the turning long 244G. And guys, look at this beautiful nib. Montblanc 14 karat 585. A wonderful M nib. I bet it has a little bit of flex. But the wonderful surprise, look at this wonderful ski slope type feed. Guys, I paid for this model only 600 lays, which means I paid only 122 euros or 144 American dollars. And for this sum of money, I think I did a great deal. Next to our treasure, it is this Lamy, but it's a special Lamy. It is a Lamy calligraph fountain pen. It definitely looks like a safari model, but this is a Lamy calligraph, and we have here the beautiful calligraph nib. You can see a wonderful fountain pen. And I paid for this only 75 lays, which means I paid only 15 euros or 18 American dollars. Quite a nice calligraphy fountain pen. And speaking of calligraphy fountain pens, I have also a quite rare Pelican script. This is the first time that I see this model. Wonderful model. Let me show you what it is written on the back of the barrel. And I'm pretty sure it writes Germany. Quite nice looking fountain pen. And this is the gold-plated steel nib, a calligraphy steel nib. You can see 1.5 millimeters. Okay. And guys, our last fountain pen from this lot, it is here. Let me put this aside. It is a beautiful sterling silver Scheffler. You can see sterling silver with this nice looking pattern. And this is the Scheffler 1006 Targa Sterling. It opens like this. It reveals this wonderful and unique looking 14 karat 585 Scheffler's nib made in USA. This uses ink cartridges or ink converters, and this is a wonderful example. So I paid for this Targa Sterling 400 lays, which means I paid 81 euros or 96 American dollars. So this is my last acquisition, and I want to show you guys all of them. Look at them. So I want to thank the seller that was quite generous with the prices and the fact that it allowed me to take them in installments. So I have to pay 7 installments of approximately 120 euros or 140 American dollars. So quite nice. This was my mega unboxing, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed this unboxing and you want to see all the pieces here, that of course will have a review on my channel, please subscribe. I want to thank you for your time. I will see you again at the next episode, but till then, please take care of yourselves and have a nice day wherever you are. Bye bye, guys.